Здорово всем, с вами Мэтт. Сегодня мы с вами продолжаем играть игру под названием Stanley. Так, начать игру. Нажал. Сейчас мы скипнем уже это вступление, потому что мы его уже смотрели в первой серии. Будем сейчас продолжать получать все концовки, которые я только помню. Вы можете написать, какие концовки я могу еще открыть? Я проверю, выполняю я их или нет, и обязательно приду на них. В общем, продолжаем. Первая серия, кстати, неплохо так набрала просмотров довольно быстро. Причем, то есть, за первые там несколько часов, уже вечером даже 8 просмотров довольно быстро набралось. И я этому, знаете ли, очень рад. Так, все, скипнули. Так, игра началась. Сейчас давайте закончим.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Так, давайте сейчас пойдем направо, но потом все равно налево. Я просто хочу сделать. Например, если это сделать по разу.
When Stanley came to a set of two open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Здесь вот такой звук приятный. Когда нажимаешь на Е и на левую кнопку.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Да, погнали, но...
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Спустимся. Так, загрузка, загрузка, загрузка.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left. Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Let's see, we went down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way. No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Так, ага, ты нас перезагрузил. Хорошо. Погнали.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Хорошая идея. Ладно, погнали налево. Так, опа. Что это такое за кабинет такой? Так, вроде историю нашел. О, что-то нашел.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Хорошая идея. Ладно, поздно. Так, пока все
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Опа.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Сейчас. Надо кое-что проверить. Так, обратно. И куда тут же тупик?
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Что мы делаем? Опа.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Спасибо.
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time, I have to restart.
Ты опять сделаешь только хуже, я тебе отвечаю. The Stanley Parable, Adventure Line.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Я, кстати, посоветую вам сейчас сбавить звук посильнее, а то скоро тут будет громкий момент.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction.
Сейчас.
Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though,
Я предупредил.
here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Ну чё она такая? Господи. Так, заключен, потерялся.
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Я красиво смотрю на папоротник. Все запомнил. Даже сделаю скриншот. Все? Можно? Что здесь за квадратик? Вот. Если так посмотреть, там видно полосочки. Интересно. 5.
Wait, what? We're back at the office?
Здесь?
No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Отлично.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Нет! Гадина. Ладно. Когда мы первый раз там были, мы тебе потом описать, который также я вроде смотрел всё-таки.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
А, сейчас не закрыто. Заглушка, кажется. Я не помещаюсь на нас. Так, опять что-то пол какой-то вставленный.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Без полоса сошла с ума. И ушла под потолок. Опа.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits. Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you do happen to have a...
Сейчас меня нормальная игру перезапустит.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
По-моему, мы все сделали. Это был как раз. Да, все закончилось. Так, туда мы больше не пойдем.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Если мы сейчас будем несколько раз ходить в синюю дверь, то он будет нас носить пару раз.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Хорошо, все, я понял. Красная дверь.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Я зайду. Ага, загрузка.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy. No, wait. Where are you going?
Ладно, постоим.
Right. Where were we?
Если мы будем просто стоять, ничего не будет происходить, поэтому... Здесь просто, типа, буду послушать такую немного приятную музыку. Посмотреть на интересные виды, но я здесь, не знаю, дать немножко постоим, посмотреть на эти огоньки. Этот космос. Нет, здесь красиво, но мне сюда вообще не взять. Внимание!
Oh no! Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this. Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Прости, рассказчик, надо тоже это сделать. Это концовка. Это игра. Ух ты! Ногам.
No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this? Stanley, let's go back to the other room. My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Мы вернемся обязательно, дадите бы час, только не в этот раз. Да ладно.
Maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Прости.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Наконец-то это закончилось. Моя самая нелюбимая концовка.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Всё, рассказчик, можешь
Stanley
не
decided to go to the
переживать.
meeting
Это
room.
больше
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Сейчас попытаюсь вспомнить про одно место. Где же оно было? А, хрен. Я пересмотрел. И одно место... Так, здесь что-то неправильно как-то комнату построено. Которое надо прийти, только я забыл, как до него дойти.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Так, стоп. А, вспомнил.
The lounge was
Как раз
sublime, a work of art.
Сколько там нужно идти?
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Сделаем это, чтобы потом не возвращаться. Всё равно же это концовка.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Не читает. Ай, ладно. Всё.
Oh, well, look who's got cold feet. Sorry to break it to you, Stanley, but that lift isn't coming back. You'd best either get comfortable right here on this platform,
Это что?
or test your luck by jumping to the floor below. You know what? Looking at it now, it's not that far to the bottom floor. I bet you can make it.
Нет, я не выживу.
Come on. I'm sure you'll survive the jump. Don't tell me you're scared. That's not the
Как это не
Stanley
то?
I know.
Я не
Do
это
it,
думал.
do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it.
Пошел нахрен, сам прыгай отсюда. Я не суицидник. А когда тогда? А что-то нужно сделать так, чтобы оно не сработало. А, вспомнил. Кабинет начальника. Короче, в каком-то лифте надо сделать так, чтобы мы... Лифт поехал, а мы... Нет. Давайте на кружке, чтобы помягче было. Что я на виду. Ну, с Богом.
Whoops.
Бля.
Looks like I was wrong.
Гадина.
How clumsy of me.
А я про нее не знал. Про эту концовку я про нее забыл вообще. Значит, пойдет сейчас в кабинет начальника. Там точно... Опять ничего неправильно. Ты что мне сделал с игрой, балбес? Сам все испортил. О,
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
и, кстати, достижения, может, из которых я вам сейчас покажу. А, не здесь, ну тогда потом. В следующий раз. Когда
Yet there was not a single person
третья
here
серия выйдет,
either.
я покажу,
Feeling a
как
wave
выглядит.
of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Сейчас, кстати, я покажу, что будет, если мы быстро идем код. Слишком быстро.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Где сейчас осталось? Так, точно. Блин, я пытаюсь вспомнить. Нет, подожди сюда. А куда тогда? Куда лифт надо? Я не помню.
Descending deeper into the building,
Ладно, значит,
Stanley
здесь сделаем.
realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
По-моему, не. Или... Надо будет проверить.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Отсюда.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Не врет. Или врет. Я не знаю. Ты такой хитрый.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
А, не лифт. Короче, теперь я точно вспомнил. Нужно... За нами же закрывается дверь в кабинет начальника. Вот в нее нужно зайти и выйти обратно. Тут же. Точно. Это 100%.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a
Я понимаю,
blind
что
man.
спрессовывать.
So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Ребят, а можно не надо?
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Где я? Какое-то техническое помещение. Стэнли пил.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
План офис. Наш кабинет, мы тут идем. Идем, и тут у нас первый выбор. Так. Две двери. Я вот то, что там ниже читать не буду. То читать коридор. Английский очень хорошо знаю. Так. Вот эти ящики для документов. Это просто вот сотрудник. Стол сотрудника. Офис. Звук. Кнопки звука. Ага. Авторы. То есть, офисный компьютер. Их можно включать, но они потом опять включатся. Так, давайте сейчас пойдем налево. Сейчас все это место осмотрим. Тут много чего выставляется. Это музей, так сказать. Так, опять объекты из офиса. Мейнтенсы. Ну, типа технического вообще что ли. Ну, когда мы идем направо и потом сворачиваем налево, чтобы вернуться к конференц-залу, вот этот самый. Так, опять это огородочка, тут принтер стоит. Так, разные картинки. Так, Warzone. Что это такое? Такого нет в игре. Типа военный против база и пришельцы. Написано. Велосипед с оружием, с баррикадами. Ясно. Гринланд. Типа, как его? Ну, в общем, когда игра находится... Я забыл уже даже. Так, ладно. E-mail рассказчика. Ладно. Ну, типа ранний доступ. Говорит, что вроде что-то того. Можете меня подправить в комментариях, если хотите. Так, опять офисные объекты. Комната отдыха. Вроде. С минут осталось, ничего, погуляем сегодня. Это весело. Смотреть. А так оглядывать, потому что здесь есть место, в которое заходишь, и игра ломается. Так, офис Стэнли. Видимо, разные модели. Вот итоговая, по идее. То есть, вот как он сначала выглядел, потом как переделали, потом как сделали в финале. Ну, видимо. Разные варианты на финале. Так, The game is... Это что такое? Я не знаю, как это переводится. Тут все сломано. Может, типа игра поломалась. Наверное. Так. Countdown. Ну, это комната управления. Когда мы приходим. Так. Лифт в мониторной комнате. концовка, когда мы освободились. Countdown disk. Так, опять Freedom Ending. Тоже концовка, когда мы освободились. Так, там что-то есть. Там тоже что-то рассказано даже. Так, офисные часы, они стиль. Так. Офис босс. Опять разные варианты. Что здесь оранжевый, вот и наш вариант опять. Видимо, кидали варианты. Что здесь? Опять комната отдыха, вот объект зайдем. Подземелье.
When Stanley came to the lift, he
Narrator
traveled upward to the
outtakes.
power source at the top of the facility to end this injustice shall never go.
Он здесь общается с собой, что ли, с кем-то. Здесь стулья раздвинуты, подсвечены одной единственной лампочкой во всей этой комнате. И вот мы сделали, кстати, кругляя, навернули. Смотрите, если вы хотите здесь подольше посидеть, то не заходите сюда. А, нет, туда можно дальше. Это куда? Сейчас дойдем.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Сейчас мы сюда дойдем. Вон эти двери. Короче, вот в обе эти двери не ходите больше. У меня почему-то из-за них игра вылезает, потому что надо. А может и нет. Будем считать, что мы вот эту концовку, я бы назвал концовкой, с вот этим вылетанием прошли. После не хочу опять заходить в игру, все это обрезать. Так, Зенник Леверс. Ну, с этим переключателем. Зенник я вообще не знаю, что такое. Он Зенник. Это где? Такого нет в игре, как и Warzone. По крайней мере, я не видел. Зенник. Модель. Что такое? Escape меню. Ну, вообще никакое. Ну, то есть нет кнопочки. Ладно, все. Мы здесь все теперь осмотрели. Вроде все. Может, что-то пропустил. Так, Стэнли включено, можно выключить. Давайте. Рубильник. Все, мы выключили игру.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now, and it'll be your only true choice.
Нажали Escape, вернуться в главное меню, вышли из игры и все. То есть ничего особого такого не произойдет, когда мы сюда вернемся второй раз, назад, его просто выйти из игры, так что.
Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time.
Не дайте. К сожалению, не дал им помереть. Уж извините, ну, игра такая. Так, мне теперь опять плюшка сказать. А, то есть да, игра сдохла. Сейчас посидим здесь немножко. Но по идее это все, больше ничего не будет. По-моему, да. Да, больше здесь ничего не будет, то есть это все. Давайте начать игру сначала нажмем, потому что ничего не произойдет, сколько мы тут не сидели, ничего не будет. Если будет, напишите, что я. Так.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Компьютер. Давайте. Опять все неправильно. Все не так. Так, погнали.
When Stanley came to a set of two open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood true happiness. Then the feeling went away, and he felt sad again. Then it came back, and lingered for a minute or two. Now it's only half there. Just a kind of, tingle.
Все, спасибо. Что ж, получается, мне осталось сказать лишь одно. Если это видео вам понравилось,
Yes.
гадина
Really.
такая. Ладно, возьму сам потом. Я надеюсь, это видео вам понравилось. Если это так, то ставьте лайк, подписывайтесь на канал. Если это видео по каким-то причинам вам не понравилось, то обязательно напишите комментарий. По каким причинам? Мне будет очень интересно узнать. Также, если вы не хотите подсказать новые видео, то жмите на колокольчик и вот это все одобрения. Кстати, мы в следующий раз тоже послушаем, что тут будет говорить. Что ж, всем спасибо за просмотр. Всем пока.